Thanks for tuning into Heavy, where we bring you the latest interviews with local, national and international artists. Today's victim is John Winter from Brisbane metal act Slaves of Dissonance.
I'm John. I'm the guitarist for Slaves of Dissonance. I'm one of the founders. I pretty much just started it myself, sort of had an idea of the sound and just, found my mates that wanted to join me, and that's pretty much how it started.
Yeah, and I'm Andrew. I'm on vocals, Slaves of Dissonance. And pretty much, John had already got stuff underway and was needing a vocalist, so he got me on board, and here we are.
Beautiful, boys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Slaves of Dissonance are releasing your debut EP, Toxoplasmosis, this Friday, August the 12th. Fuck, that's a mouthful, guys. What did you name it that for?
Ask Andrew.
It was actually the first song, myself and John, John had been working with other people before me, but once I was on board, he had the riffs down pat and that sort of thing. And I came in, chuck some lyrics together, make a song, and this title track, Toxoplasmosis, was the first song I think we sort of had the main structure for, and definitely lyrically wise.
As we mentioned, Slaves of Dissonance are releasing your debut EP, Toxoplasmosis, this Friday, August the 12th. So tell us a bit about the EP from a musical point of view and what you were going for with it.
Well, all four of us are just massive metalheads. So, but we all listen to different types of metal. Like a couple of boys are more, just straight black death metal. Some are groove, thrash, metalcore, whatever. We didn't really want to just say we're going to write a thrash metal record or we're going to write a death metal record. We just said, look, that's just put all of our influences together and just see how it comes out. So we can't really categorize ourselves. We just pretty much it's just Australian metal. That was our aim.
Hey, fuck all these labels and genre classifications they put on things these days. Metal's metal. You don't need to know what sort it is.
Yeah, and no disrespect to other bands, but I go to see a lot of gigs and stuff, and it's sometimes there's four bands in a row and they all sound the same.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my goal is not to do that. My goal is to come in and be like, oh, that's Slaves of Dissonance. They got their own metal sound.
Yeah. And you've released a single, Involuntary Lobotomy, so far, mate, which is also the first track on the EP. So why did you choose that song to introduce the band and your music to the world? Yeah,
so we recorded all of our songs, and we just wanted to pick a song that just comes out real hard. Don't know if it's necessarily our favourite out of the four of us, but I just think it was a good start. It comes out hard, it's groovy, it's got some cool riffs, and Andrew sounds pretty brutal in it, so we're like, we'll just drop that.
I know special reason, just because.
Yeah. We sort of just voted. We're like, let's put it up in the chat and we'll thumbs up which one we want, and we all did Involuntary. Yeah.
Very cool. So would you say that song's a good sonic representation of the EP as a whole?
Oh, look, I reckon all five songs sound different, to be honest. We try to pick fives. We wrote a few extra songs, but we try to pick five songs that were, we think that they sound pretty distinctively different to each other. That's why we picked, those five songs. So you'll come in and be like, they're all sort of different genres, I suppose. I don't know. Just have to find out, I guess.
Cool. And as we said, man, this is your debut EP. So what sorts of things do you discuss as a band going into your first release? Do you plan things out? Do you just hope for it all comes together? It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we didn't overthink it too much. We're like, let's just put together, pick five songs we really like. And, we've met Chris Ross because we jam at Palpitation Studios in Logan.
Yeah.
And he's like, we listened to his previous stuff he did with Crisis, from Crisis to Collapse and stuff like that. And we really liked it, and we trusted him to just we'll bring in the songs and he'll just produce it, and it come out awesome. We're real happy with the production, the sound.
So each of your band members listens to different genres of metal, ranging from thrash and groove to prog and the more extreme black and death metal. So how does that translate to your music, having that wide variety of music to sort of pull from?
Oh, like there's some parts where I don't know, maybe the bass drummer, me or whatever, would be like, that's throwing like a real heavy groove here. Then another guy would be like, oh, I want just like blast, just black metal blast or something, like it's sort of like that. Like I'll have an idea of the song and then we'll jam and the boys will go like, oh, let's do this or let's do this, and it'll fully change my idea of the song, which is cool, which is what I want. It's like four brains, working on the one thing. And even though Andrew is the vocalist, like he comes to every jam and he's like a music geek, like he knows so much. And he comes in and be like, oh no, that doesn't flow, or this bit needs to be like this. Like we all contribute.
That's cool. So like, with everyone sort of liking their own different styles of things, mate, like how do you find the balance in the writing and recording process? Like how do you know when it's too much of one thing and not enough of another thing?
We pretty much just have group discussions. Couple of us have bigger personalities, obviously.
Yeah.
Can sway it one way. But we're all pretty mutual with everything. Like we're pretty honest. If something doesn't sound good, we'll just work on it until we're all happy. We don't want to piss one member off, we'll listen to why he wants it to sound that way and just keep rolling and try to make it work with everyone.
Yeah. Okay. You guys also work in the field of social and psychological science, so it's not very metal, mate, when you look at it.
Kind of is metal. Like some of us, work in like, mental hospitals and psych wards and, work with people that have, done a tough in life. I guess, I don't know, it just brings so many ideas with writing and lyrics and stuff like that. It's awesome. And Marnie writes all the lyrics. Some of us just throw some ideas at him, but he puts it all together.
That'd be pretty cool too, because like being around and working around those sort of situations, like most songs are actually personal to the person writing them, but these ones you could sort of take an objective look from the outside with all that going on, and you'd have a wealth of information to draw on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we can sort of pick a story like from a client. Obviously, we can't, disclose any information about them, but use that to write the basis of the lyrics of the song. Like maybe a story of a few of them of what they went through psychologically and put it into a song.
Cool. I can see a few concept albums in your future.
I think so. Hey, I think with Andrew, I think that's some of his goals.
But I'm sure there's a few people out there listening that haven't heard of Slaves of Dissonance. So give us a bit of a rundown on you guys and where people can find out more about you.
A rundown on our sound, or a rundown on how they can listen, or
just on the band in general, like where you guys come from, sort of where people can see you.
Yeah, so three of us are all from a shitty little country town. We sort of went to high school together, me, Andrew and Dylan. And I played in bands with Dylan back in the day, and he's our bass player. We've all moved around and stuff, and we sort of just come back together because we're just metalheads. And we had to get our drummer's actually from Spain.
Oh, wow.
We were going like, I think it was like 12 to 18 months of searching for a drummer. And then, a Spanish guy, our drummer Alec, messaged me from Barcelona saying, I love your sound and your idea. I'm moving to Australia soon. Like he already lived here. He moved over and came straight into it with us. So that brings a whole new influence as well, because he's Spanish, like sort of telling his drums that they're metal, but they just got his own thing to it, which is cool as well.
Yeah, that add a completely different dynamic to the band. That's cool. So you've
it fit in real well as well. Yeah.
Right, yes. So you've got the EP coming out this Friday, guys. So have you got any shows planned to launch it? Anything in the wind?
We've only got one show booked later in the year. It hasn't been announced yet. I guess a lot of the shows have already been booked for this part of the year, and we're busy in studio and writing the last 6 months. So, I guess we've just thrown our name out there, and we might pop up on a local show, and we'll announce it on social media when we do. But yeah, we want to get busy now. We're all ready to go.
Sweet. So one thing I admire about you guys is like you just track me down via email and hit me up about some gigs that you saw Heavy was involved in. So that's a very, very admirable trait for a young band, guys. So keep that sort of attitude up, because I guarantee you I'll get you something before the year's out, mate, just for the fact that you messaged me.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah. We won't let you down.
Too easy, man. Look forward to catching up and seeing you live and having a beer.